This is a very evil predator. Dangerous, cunning, always dissatisfied with everything. It seems that it's always in a bad mood, and it's better not to get in its way when it's in this state. This beast can easily attack a person or even a representative of its species without any reason. But why do these wildcats react to everything with such aggression? Why are they always ready to fight? We're going to find out now. Let's go. For starters, a few facts. Pallas's cat, or manul, is a predatory mammal of the family Felidae. With a hostile stare and very thick fur, Pallas's cat lives in steppe and semi-desert areas of West Central and Central Asia and in the south of Siberia. These are stealthy animals which try to stay away from people as well as their own kind. Forget about lions and their prides. Pallas cats value loneliness and sometimes live at a distance of 5 kilometers from each other. On the area of about 100 square kilometers, sometimes only 4 to 8 cats can live. If people settled with the same density, then in Toronto there would be about 25 to 50 people. At the same time, manuls are much smaller than lions or people. Their bodies are about 46 to 65 centimeters long, and their tails are 21 to 31 centimeters long. So we can say that manuls are the size of a domestic cat. But unlike cats, which sometimes get along well with each other and love people, you'll never notice anything like that with a manul. Pallas cats don't like anybody at all, but they're really fierce predators which know a lot about hunting. Manul's fangs are almost 3 times longer than that of an ordinary cat, and if your pet has ever bitten you, well, multiply that feeling by 3, and then add to it the rage of a wild predator. Manuls have a death grip, and they don't let their prey go until they get what they want. But despite all the exoticism, in fact, they're just stocky cats with short, thick legs and very thick fur, which makes manuls seem larger and heavier than they actually are. They have the longest fur among cats. It's distributed quite correctly. It's twice as long on the stomach and tail than on the top and sides. Supposedly, this helps keep the cats warm when they're hunting on snow or frozen ground. The length and thickness of their fur also varies depending on the season. In winter, Pallas cat's fur gets thicker, even longer, and heavier. What else can you add to this fluffy thing full of pure rage? High speed and maneuverability. But at this stage, nature's decided that it's a bit scary to make a universal hunter of a manul, so it became the most clumsy and slowest of the wildcats. Running is not for manuls at all, and especially fast running. So this wildcat prefers to hide somewhere in the stones when its opponent is too big. But if it's noticed, the Pallas cat enters attack mode. And frankly, it looks more like a berserk mode. When hunting, the Pallas cat also doesn't try to chase its prey. It won't work anyway. The basis of its menu is fast pikas, rodents, and insects. Sometimes it invisibly pursues its prey, using short vegetation and stony terrain as camouflage. Color helps Pallas cats merge with the surrounding landscape so that they won't be noticed even within a couple of steps. By the way, the shape of the ears gives +5 to camouflage. If they stuck out like the rest of the cats, it'd be much harder for Pallas cats to hide in low grass. However, sometimes they just wait at the entrance to the burrows and pounce on the prey when it comes out. Well, and then long, sharp fangs bite. Ouch! Manuls may not be the fastest cats, but this doesn't stop them from hunting successfully. And don't think that the amazing features of manuls ends there. I've already mentioned thick fur, but you can't imagine how much thicker it is. It's believed that the density of manul hair is about 9,000 hairs per square centimeter. That's not an animal. That's a fur ball with paws and fangs. Thanks to the thick fur, Pallas cats can bear the cold easily and can live even high in the mountains, up to 4,800 meters above sea level. About -50 degrees Celsius? No problem for the manul. It doesn't change its usual way of life. It hunts in the twilight and in the morning, and sleeps somewhere in the hole in the afternoon. When your saliva in your mouth starts to freeze, the Pallas cat will feel quite comfortable. And the Pallas cat's eyes are almost human. I mean, they're pupils. In bright light, they're not vertical like domestic cats have, but their pupils are circular. By the way, tigers and lions also have such pupils. For a long time, this was a mystery for scientists, but it seems that it's all about territory. The Pallas cat has it much more diverse than other small cats, the deserts, the steppes, and the mountains. To hunt in such conditions, they need circular pupils. Well, thanks to evolution. Wait a minute. So these animals are aggressive loners with strange eyes and they don't even like their own kind and live alone even in harsh conditions? And what about breeding? In fact, despite all this, Pallas cats are quite successful in producing smaller Pallas cats. And even hunting these animals doesn't put them at risk. Perhaps it's because there are quite a few Pallas cats out there, or maybe it's because they fight the hunters. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's still quite difficult to meet a manul in the wild. They live too far away from each other, and they're very good at the art of disguise and don't want to face people at all. And if you see an angry Pallas cat live at least once, you'll realize it's only for the best. However, Pallas cat isn't the only unusual representative of the family Felidae. Meet a fishing cat, a wild predator living in Southeast Asia. And as you probably have already guessed, this cat catches fish. Moreover, it dominates the water, as the predator should. Domestic cats squeamishly shake off their paws if they get into a puddle. Most wild cats don't like water. And if they have to overcome obstacles in the form of rivers or lakes, they do it with obvious dislike. Fishing cat is an exception to all the rules. It not only hunts shallow waters easily and with pleasure, but it also swims perfectly. It seems that because of the range of these predators, when there are too many different reservoirs around, you'll have to learn to swim to at least survive and get food. But the fishing cats have upgraded themselves. They not only learned how to swim, but also evolved into professional swimmers. Fishing cats are much larger than domestic cats, have powerful muscles and a wide chest. The weight of the males can reach 15 kilograms. But this isn't the most important thing, because fishing cat has webbing. Seriously. They help these cats move in the water as well as capture and hold their main prey, fish. Besides, tropical fishing cats have a special structure of nostrils which allows them to hold their breath and dive underwater. I'm still talking about cats, about the next of kin of those domestic fluffy things which run in terror if you spray them. Any beast from wildlife, not to mention other cats, can envy the fishing talents of this predator. Fishing cats can patiently wait for their prey, lure fish imitating insects on the surface, and rush into the water with lightning speed. And if fishing for some reason didn't work, these cats will easily find a substitute for fish, maybe a duck. By the way, did you notice the tail? It's really short, because these predators don't need a long tail to keep balance. In water, such a tail only gets in the way, so the fishing cats just got rid of it. No long tail, no problem. Do you remember the sociable manul? Fishing cats also have a reputation as brawlers and bullies, but they avoid meeting people. Fortunately for us friends, because once such a cat chased away a flock of dogs. There's also a legend that a fishing cat dragged a 4-month-old child from Singapore. However, this case hasn't been documented. But it's well known that a male fishing cat, which was large and kept in a zoo, broke out of its cage, then entered the leopard's cage and killed it. Maybe poor Leo looked at it the wrong way. It's not surprising that adult fishing cats prefer loneliness. If they don't take care of their offspring, apparently they, like the Pallas cats, have a nasty temper. And now, pay attention. Now it's going to be really sweet. A sand cat is sometimes called the smallest among the wild cats. Its body length doesn't exceed 90 centimeters, and 40% of that is tail. These fluffy animals, which you want to pet, live where it's the hottest, in the Sahara Desert, throughout the Arabian Peninsula, and in some parts of Central Asia. They prefer a very dry and arid environment with minimal vegetation, although who would prefer that? But if the Pallas cats easily endured extreme cold, these babies are just designed to survive in the infernal heat. Even when the surface temperature reaches 51 degrees Celsius, they're still able to live here, as usual, thanks to evolution. In order to move in such conditions, sand cats' paws are covered with fur, which saves the paws from burns. These little predators cope with the lack of water very easily. They only drink when it's necessary. Cats get their moisture from food, mostly in their diet, including jerboas, small rodents, lizards, as well as spiders and other insects that it can find. And if they want, sand cats can attack even a large poisonous snake. Horned viper? Fine, give me 2. Whoever gets caught by a cat while hunting will still be eaten. No options. When attacking, sand cats can reach a speed up to 40 kilometers an hour. And they have a bonus. To track prey underground, nature has given these predators funny little ears. Well, if the prey's too big for one meal, the velvet cat will just put it in the sand till next time. It'll put it, so to speak, in the fridge. What else should I add? Thought the nature and taught sand cats to bark? Why not? What else should I add? Cats are great, but it's better to pet the domestic ones and stay away from the wild, even if they are incredibly cute and fluffy. Who knows? When will the wild cat decide to put you on its menu? See you later.